What's up, guys? Game Nut here, and welcome back to some more Madden 17 Ultimate Team. And it's time to get back to our normal lineup. You guys know last episode we took a quick little break, decided to go ahead and test out that 99 overall Super Bowl version of Emmitt Smith. But now that he's off the team, it's time to go ahead and make a couple more upgrades with our normal lineup that you guys are used to seeing. So as we, see a couple of changes that already happened, you're seeing the missing spots currently on the offense. We need ourselves a brand new quarterback, to get a new guy to manage this team. I mean, Colin Kaepernick was fun to play with. He was definitely a pretty decent card, but it's time to make, some more slight upgrades as we progress throughout the year. We also want to get ourselves a new starting #1 overall wide receiver and a new center for the offensive line. Now, before we jump into these upgrades, I decided to go ahead and, check out these award winners on the auction house. So, if we can see some of these lower tier guys like Tony Romo, we got Jarius Byrd, Dennis Pitta, Jamal Charles, like all of those guys, we would be taking an L. Even here, like Robert Quinn or Rashad Jones. Even, okay, Navarro Bowman would be I don't know, kind of borderline. Those guys I would like to stay away from. But once we get to, Allen Robinson, Justin Houston, Paul Posluszny, we got Matt Stafford, Jimmy Graham. We even got some of these guys who are really expensive. Reggie Nelson, Antonio Brown, and Patrick Peterson. All of those guys would be, a big-time payday. So the reason, obviously, that I was showing you guys these award winners that we can possibly get is because I finally got myself the 250 MUT tips to get an award winner, man. It's taken me almost the entire year just to get one of these sets completed, man. But that's also because of the fact that I don't really open a lot of packs. But as we open this, we get one of the worst ones. Okay, so, I mean, this definitely stinks for multiple reasons because Dennis Pitta is definitely one of the worst pulls that you could have gotten. I mean, yeah, it's still 130,000 coins just from playing the game. So, I'll take it. But then again, obviously, there's other reasons, like I said, because we just released him in real life, the Ravens, because the man broke his hip for a third time. He must be made of, pudding or something like that. But I don't know. I feel bad for the guy. It's going to suck to see him go. But as of Madden, it wasn't that great of a pull. Now, the case was different for my second account. You guys know I have other accounts just to do solo challenges with, and I believe this might have been 2 or 3 weeks ago. Our gold NFL mover pack we're supposed to get from doing the mover solo challenge. I ended up getting that 96 Lawrence Timmons, and then I also had a couple of packs left over, and I was trying to get, the new Ultimate Legends that came out, and from a Combine pack, this guy pops out of it. We got a draft player, 96 overall, Reuben Foster. So between both of those cards, I think I made, around 300,000 coins. I don't know. I was definitely kind of lucky on that other account. So anyways, now that we got that out of the way, it's time to go ahead and get the players that we need for our new lineup. So as we check out the auction house, obviously the first guy you're seeing on your screen right now is our center. It's going to be 94 overall, all rookie Cody Whitehair. Now when I checked out the auction house, I saw that there was a bid going on for this guy. I saw him for around 7,000 coins. I was like, all right, let me go ahead, sit here for a couple minutes, go in a bidding war with this one other guy, see what the price ends up going to. Well, all of a sudden when it got up to 22,500 coins, the guy just quit on me. He decided to stop. So it says that we won the auction, and if you take a look at the cheapest buy now price for this guy, it's 140,000 coins. I just got this card for 120,000 coins cheaper than what the cheapest buy now was at. That's definitely one of the biggest snipes that I've ever had, man. We got this card for so stinking cheap. As we see our new center, Cody Whitehair, you got a quick look at his stats, but, we'll get more in depth of that once the chemistries are active on him, as always, when he's plugged into our lineup. Now, time to go ahead and pick up our quarterback, and looky here. It looks like we've got another bid on a card. This one is obviously for the milestone version of Team of the Year, Derek Carr, who is a 94 overall, and it looks like someone else tried to bid with me. It finished off at 36,500 coins when, again, the cheapest buy now price was about 50,000 coins. So, not the biggest steal. It was, a little bit cheaper than, the actual buy now price. Wasn't as crazy as what our center was, but still, I'll take it. Here is our new quarterback, Team of the Year, Derek Carr. We'll see how his stats have been affected by chemistries in just a minute as well. And finally, last but not least, we need to get a new #1 overall wide receiver. Don't worry, I know that the upgrades aren't all that crazy, but just trust me. Just wait for the future. I promise you guys, you're going to be very happy with the upgrades I make because obviously I've got a ton of coins to do so. But 94 overall flashback and Quan Bolin, I absolutely love this guy. I kind of hope that he, reunites with the Ravens in real life. But now that our players have been brought to the team, let's go ahead and plug them in and check out our new lineup. Of course, all of these guys with chemistries active have been increased in overalls, and all of their stats are going to be affected. We're up to a now 96 overall for a team. And again, don't worry, better and bigger players are coming soon. But our quarterback, Derek Carr, you see the upgraded stats. He now has a 96 throw power, 95 throw accuracy short, 94 throw mid, and a 92 throw deep. As we see our number 1 wide receiver, Anquan Bolden, he's now got a 97 catching, 96 catching traffic, 79 elusiveness, and a 92 route running, along with 89 speed, spec catch, and what was that, release? I think I just missed that stat. But our center, Cody Whitehair, now has a 95 run block, 92 pass block, and a 94 impact block. All these guys definitely look pretty awesome. Now, one other quick side note, not that it really matters too much, but Kalichio Assembly went from a 99 down to a 96. Will Shields went from a 95 to a 93, and that's because interior protector chemistry is now only up to tier 1. It was originally at times 2 because of our old center that we had on our team, so, you know, they just dropped slightly in overall. But defense hasn't changed. We're going to work on that more in the next episode. Let's go ahead and try out our new quarterback.
And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play.
So this guy has, you know, 99 overall Michael Vick. That's definitely not going to be a problem or anything. So, I mean, obviously we have to worry about him, you know, scrambling out of the pocket. It'll be a kind of a pain to have to worry about that. But to start off this game, we're on defense. You see Lamar Miller, who is his running back, goes on the screenplay. You know, I'm usually there to lock those up, but I was just kind of a step behind. I guess I was sleeping or something. But here's what exactly I was talking about. Michael Vick scrambling forward for a pickup of 16 yards. Down at the 21-yard line, we get the user pick with Clay Matthews. That was definitely kind of a nice user pick. If you go watch that back again, jumped right in front of the route. We're able to get a very nice user out of that. But back on offense now, threading the needle with Derek Carr. That was definitely a very tight window to get that in. That is our new quarterback throwing to our new receiver, Anquan Bolden. Went on 2nd and 9. My opponent kind of messed up a little bit on that play. You saw he just dove with the free safety, which allowed Jimmy Graham to be nothing but green in front of him, man. Use his speed to go forward for the touchdown, giving us our first score of this game. So as we are up 7-0. So into the second quarter now, at the very beginning, Bob Sanders coming up big time. He's finally showing that hit power that he has, forcing the fumble on his running back. I don't even know who that is. It's number 25. I think that's LaShawn McCoy checked into the game now, but he goes with a no huddle, is going to chuck it up deep.
Gotcha, bitch.
And now it is our new cornerback, Josh Norman, who comes up with the interception. That was definitely a pretty nice play. It's always nice to see the new pickups that you bring into your team making plays for you. So, 2 interceptions in this game. We're back out on offense. 2nd and 10. It's time to see Derek Carr. You know, he's got the wheels as well. He doesn't just have throwing stats. He can also use his speed, pick up the first downs with his legs as well. As we go forward, it's a 3rd and 1. Ahman Green. It looks like we're starting to get some blocks for our offensive line. Ahman Green almost took that all the way, if only he had a little bit more speed, but does pick up 31 yards on the run play. That was definitely a pretty solid run. Moving forward, 1st and 10. 2-minute warning is approaching. We find our new receiver, Anquan Bolden, again. I'm not going to lie, I was definitely trying to target this guy as much as I possibly can so we can see some plays from him. But as the 2-minute warning approached, like I just said before, it brought up to a 3rd and 10. Anquan Bolden kind of let me down there, man. It just smacked him right in the hands. He should have caught that ball right there, but we're going to take our 3 points on the field goal. But I missed it. Okay, I had a moment, man. Give me a break. Sometimes, very rarely, I miss field goals too, but you can't blame me because, you know, you guys have experienced it, right? EA servers are just laggy sometimes, and especially on the kicking meter, okay? It's whatever. It doesn't matter. So defense really started to step things up here right before halftime.
Gotcha, bitch.
As Ladarius Webb finally comes up with the interception. How many times did that ball just get tipped off, man? Was that like, that was at least 5 or 6 times that a player on our defense had their hands on the ball to intercept it, and it took forever for someone to finally get it. But with 40 seconds left until halftime, Tyreek Hill was left wide open in the middle of the field. It's too easy when people keep running that same defense with no coverage deep in the middle of the field. It's a guaranteed touchdown for Tyreek Hill with that speed every single time. But this play doesn't really matter. This is just, you know, to end off the half. But Cameron Wake was having himself a game. That was his 2nd sack up to this point. The dude was absolutely destroying that right tackle in this game. But from this point forward, especially after this screenplay from Ahman Green, my opponent was pretty much out of the game at this point. Offense was being too dominant, getting up a lot of touchdowns. Defense was not letting up anything, man. I mean, you can still see 0 points on the scoreboard for this guy. We were just getting sacks, interceptions, and there are still a couple more plays.
Gotcha, bitch.
For you guys to see that I would like to show you all. For instance, our new pickup from a couple episodes ago, Bob Sanders, is now getting involved, getting himself an interception. I think that is interception number 3 up to this point for Michael Vick. So we were just killing it at this point. And again, here's the man, Cameron Wake. As I was saying, he's having himself a game, man. Sack number 3 for Cameron Wake. And it wasn't just Cameron Wake getting sacks, man. Even Khalil Mack was getting in on things. That is sack number 2 for him. I'm telling you, our front 7 is just, it's deadly. We're getting user picks with linebackers. Our defensive ends and even linebackers are getting to the quarterback all the time. This defense is crazy. So, a couple more plays on offense for you guys to see. Anquan Bolden with the wide receiver screen, able to kind of make a guy miss on that, you know, spin move he just went with. Stepped out of bounds. Unfortunately, I feel like he could have gotten more out of it.
Gotcha, bitch.
But at this point, that is going to be Josh Norman coming up with his 2nd interception in this game. Actually, I think that was interception number 5 up to this point. Defense just killed it this entire game. Final score of 26-7. My opponent didn't really have a chance. He did end up putting up a touchdown, obviously, as you guys see in the final score. But throughout that entire game, he didn't really have any chance. Now, I did end up playing a 2nd game, but my opponent rage quit very early. But there are a few plays I would like you guys to see, especially, you know, with our new pickups. Anquan Bolden, again on the wide receiver screen. This time, he took it all the way for a touchdown. I'm not going to lie. Those were definitely some pretty nice blocks by our receivers. But there is one other play I want you guys to see, and that is a user pick with Janoris Jenkins. That's definitely one of the best user picks I've had this year, man. Jumping right in front of the screenplay. That was supposed to be for the running back. He ran that literally the play before I just got that user pick, and it was the same formation. He flipped it to the other side of the field, and I was like, is this man really running the same play? I guessed it right. He ran the same play, and obviously he made himself a mistake. But that is going to be it for this episode, you guys. I hope you all enjoyed. Our new pickups definitely killed it for us. Derek Carr seems to be like a really solid quarterback. Anquan Bolden destroyed for us as well. And this guy right here had himself a game, Cameron Wake, which is kind of a funny story because next episode, we're actually working on that defensive line. So Cameron Wake was kind of having a coming out party right there as he was, you know, getting 3-6, having a big time game before he actually gets shipped off of the team. It's almost like he knew it was coming and he's like trying to have a big time game, telling me not to ship him off of the team, but it's coming, man. Next episode, defensive line is going to get revamped. We're going to get some new big time beastly players over there. You guys, you'll see. You'll see what I'm talking about in the next episode. But anyways, thank you guys all so much for watching. I had a lot of fun with this episode. I hope all of you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to hit the thumbs up on the video, and I will catch you guys all in the next one. Take it easy, guys. Peace out.